Hello students, so today we are on level 4, continue working with geometric formulas, and you will see a different example, so we will apply different skills here. Those are the steps we're going to follow, and I really need you to follow them when you do the problems. They're very helpful steps and you will not get lost. So first thing, we want to make sure that when you need, you have to use your formula sheet and notes from level 1 to 3. That's why those notes are very good resource for you, because you have everything written down so far. The worksheet you're going to practice with will be working backwards worksheet, and you will see. So it's pretty much just the additional level of challenging and practicing with the same examples we already did. So as a step 1, we'll begin with picture. If you have given example and you wanna see what it's gonna look like and what you need to do, you'll start with picture. Then you will pick the right formula based on, again, what you're asked to solve. You will substitute with everything what you know and the information given. Then you will solve your final answer for the unknown thing. So, example number 1. A rectangle has a perimeter of 16 feet and the base of 2 feet. What is the height? So first, let's draw a picture of rectangular shape. The perimeter of this, so we know the perimeter equals 16 feet. The base, so base will be 2 feet. And the question is, what is the height of this? Okay, so what is the height of this rectangular shape? Well, the perimeter formula is, let's add all those together. So we're going to use b plus h plus b plus h. Alright? The perimeter is 16, so instead of p, now we write down 16. Then the base is 2, so we have 2 plus h plus 2 plus h. Let's go ahead, so I will continue over here writing the example, and I will put 16 equals. We have 2, number 2 plus number 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4, and then we have 1h plus another h gives us 2h's, 2h variables. So now we're up to the moment we gotta solve equation for unknown variable. We talk about this 2 steps, 3 steps equations, so let's go ahead and solve. Remember, when we solve equations, we said if we're looking for the variable is saved. First thing that needs to go away will be the number added or subtracted to. So in this case, this number is number 4. It is positive 4, so we will do minus 4 on each side. Those two cancel. 16 minus 4 is 12 equals 2h. Alright, well, in order to get h, we need to do one more step. This is 2 times h. The opposite of 2 times will be division. So we will divide by 2 each side. So h is equal to 6. 6 feet is the height of this rectangular shape, and that will be the final answer here. Alright, next example is, we have given parallelogram, and the parallelogram has h of 8, oops, this is h of 8, b is what we don't know, and the area is 96 meters square. If you have given area, use the area formula. Area formula for parallelogram is b times h. Let's go ahead and substitute everything what we know here. So a is 96 equals to b is what we don't know, and times 8, because h is 8. So if you're solving for b, and this is a multiplication, what will be the opposite of multiplication to get rid of this number? And the opposite will be division. So we will divide by 8 both sides. So the base is equal to 92 divided by 8 will be equal to what number? Let's get this. So we have 92 divided by 8. That will be 11.8. 1.5 meters will be the base of this parallelogram. With that, we end the second example. Example number 3. We have given the area of the triangle is 12 feet. What is the length of the base? So area of triangle is 1/2 times b times h. The area is given to be 12 feet. So 12 equals 1/2 times b is what we don't know, and h is times 4. And b is what we don't know. Instead of h, we wanna, let's follow the same formula. Sorry about that. So times b, b is what we don't know, and h is 4 times 4. There you go. So how do we solve this equation? We have unknown variable here. Make sure you multiply those two numbers first. Okay, so b12 is equal to 1/2 times 4 is equal to 2, and then times b. Well, one more step. We're looking for b, so we'll divide by 2 each side. 6 equals b will be the final answer. So the base for this triangle will be equal to 6 feet. Next example, a square yard of fence that is 44 feet around the outside. So square round fence that has 44 feet around outside. 44 feet around outside means this is the perimeter. Okay, the perimeter equals 44 because the perimeter is the length outside that it goes all the way around. How long is each side of the yard? So we want to know this A. What are they equal to? Well, the perimeter of this is A plus A plus A plus A, right? So what do we have? P is 44 equals to, and we have 1A plus another plus another plus another, 4A's total. One more step here will be, if we have 4 times A, we need to divide by 4. 4 and 4 cancel. 44 divided by 4 is 11 equals A. So each side of this square is 11 feet. And when we add them together, 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11 will give us 44 feet total of the perimeter. So that's how we got what is A, or one side of the fence, equal to. Okay, well, let's take a look at another example here. If you have given circumference of circle, so when you're given circumference, always think about circle, okay? So the circumference is equal 400 yards. The question is, what is the diameter equal to? Well, the circumference formula is pi times d, right? If we know the circumference is 400, pi is 3.14 times d, how do we get d? Well, this is multiplication again. The opposite of multiplication will be division, so we will divide by 3.14 each side. Those two cancel. The diameter, so here's what I'm going to do. I will type 400 divided by 3.14, which is equal to 127.39. So that's approximately the diameter. So diameter we get is 127.39. Then the question is, okay, if you know the diameter, what is the radius equal to? And the radius is always half of the diameter. So we just need to divide by 2. So with 127.39, let's write this down, 127.39 divided by 2. And this is equal to 63.7. Approximately 63.7 yards will be the radius. So do you see how we're using the formula and we substitute everything what we know, and they're just solving the equation for unknown variable. It's going backwards, and it applies skills knowing the right formula. It applies skills also making sure you're substituting with the right numbers, and applies skills of solving equations. The last example that I'm going through is A equals 35 feet square. So the area is equal 35 feet square. If we're looking for the radius is only when we talk about circles, right? So you know that this should be the area formula for circle. And the area formula for circle is pi r square. The area is 35 equals to 3.14 times r square. So now I want you to solve the equation. This is a multiplication. Let's divide by 3.14 each side first, and then I will tell you what's happening here. So 35 divided by 3.14 is equal to 11.15 approximately r square. Now this example is one of the challenge example because it requires one more thing. This is r square, it's not just r. In order to get just r, what you need to do is you have to square root both sides. When you're using the square root, you're able to cancel the square root with the second power, and now you have only r left on the right. And the answer for r will be square root of this number. So square root of 11.15 is equal to 3.34. So the radius, approximate radius for this little circle here will be 3.34 feet. And with this, we conclude today's lesson. Again, this example, I can mark this example as one of the challenge examples. If you're not sure about this part, please don't worry about that. Definitely I want to make sure everybody understands the previous part. Let me know if you have questions. The worksheet you're supposed to work with, it has about approximately about 15 examples. So we will have more discussions in class, and let me know if you have questions. Thank you for watching the video.